Hey, dog, you do realize that this could be the year that you change your life if you just lock in? A whole 365 days ago, day in and day out towards your goals with no distractions. We ain't hearing the excuses no more. Your future is tired of that. 2024 should be an apology tour to all the BS that you did last year. Lock in and change your life. Like your life depends on it. Because it do.
It was never about running. Why do you think I run? It's the worst thing. I hate doing it more than anything.
Sorry if you've got a rich family and you're watching this, yeah? I don't mean anything against you, I'm just saying from my own experience, yeah? A lot of the kids that I met who come from wealthy backgrounds, who knew that they had a trust fund, yeah? Didn't have much drive because they knew that they had it, yeah? But then if you meet the kid from the estate who wants to get his mum off the estate, that's where the drive's built, yeah? And that's where the real mindset's built. So I'm toying with the thing where I want Brody to have an unbelievable life, but I don't want him to grow up entitled.
Over 50 days of 2024 already passed. What did you achieve? Did you do the things you said?
Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking of what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're gonna figure it out.
I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you, because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. Everybody knows it's the truth. This is what it looks like, and you know it too. You know it too. This is what, if you ain't got nothing, I hate to tell you, but it looks like it's ugly. It's not a documentary. It's not an HBO special. You ain't gonna watch it, but hey man, you guys gotta watch this. No, it's like, oh God, this looks like a train wreck. It's like a nightmare. This looks like this guy got, no, that's what it looks like. Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It ain't like Rocky round 14, he gets knocked down and goes like this to Apollo Creed. It looks like a man being stuck in a fucking dungeon and there's no fucking way out. But you have the fucking key. But you refuse to use it.
Use the key, dude. There is no other way of escaping. Take action now, before it's too late.
One thing I want you to promise me is that no matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going. So you was placed on this earth for a reason. You weren't meant to be average. You were meant to excel. You gotta understand that this grind is meant to make you who you're supposed to be, a dog. Consistency, 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 man. That's the name of the game, bro. Don't get much simpler than that. If you keep going every single day and don't stop, your competition will fall off, bro. These niggas ain't cut like you, bro. They ain't ready for prime time. They ain't trying to really get right. They take days off, this day off, that day off. They lazy, I'm tired. No. Grind every day, one foot in front of the other, bro. And I promise you, I'm gonna be lapping these folks, bro. Give it a year. Watch what happens. A little grind ain't never hurt nobody. Stop being soft. Let's embrace it. If you go through that fire, you're gonna come out real cold. That's what we want. Anything you want, you can get, period. And you gotta wake up and tell yourself that every single day. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what you really want. You're the one. And when you realize that, well, I'm just telling you, you're gonna be very powerful. Because you can control what you can control. The world is in your hands. And we're just waiting to see what you're gonna do with it.
What can we learn from him? You need to start doing something and keep on going. Consistency is the key to success.
There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, younger, whatever else, but there is no excuse to not be the hardest fucking worker there. And when you believe that you have the ability to do something, that the life that you're living right now is going down this direction, you fucking hate where it is, there is nothing else to do but to change direction. A belief that I cannot go that way anymore, I gotta go this way. And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same shit. Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers.
But the biggest key to success in anything you do is you gotta have an unlimited supply of fucking fuck you. This drive and passion, and it may come from nothing. Like for me, there was no passion, no drive, no nothing. But I had this fire that I'm gonna be somebody. So the big thing is know that if you have big goals and big dreams, along the way, failure is going to happen. So how fast do you get up from that? You gotta teach yourself that.
You have to be accustomed to the experience of trying to do things and failing, trying to do things and getting maybe a little bit better. Looking back 6 months, you're better than you were then. Looking back a year later, you're better than you were then. And being able to trust that process and just keep grinding. People want instantaneous satisfaction, you know, and that's just not how the world works.
Am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. Because all I really cared about was when I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16 or when I was 300 pounds. It wasn't like, oh, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking to look at myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You a bad boy. Because that shit sucks. Everything you do, you may have some support, you may not, but it's on you. You have to make the decision whether you want to be a badass or whether you just want to be mediocre and everything's okay. But being a badass hurts. I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. Everybody knows it's the truth. This is what it looks like, and you know it too. You know what, too? This is what, if you ain't got nothing, I hate to tell you, what it looks like is ugly. You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
You've gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre. You want to go back to who you were, huh, David?
And dreams do come true. Anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought, okay? And I say that not from something I read, it's from something I lived.
Most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it, and nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly.
You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more playing. If you don't have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying.
You are one decision, one relationship, one thought, one emotion, one meeting away from a completely different life.
Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. Motivation is crap. It comes and go as how you feel. So that's when you move from motivation to driven to obsessed. And I want people to realize once you get to this portion over here, the driven obsessed part, you're unstoppable.
I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours.
You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it.
Yeah. To take that first step towards greatness is very hard. That's the hardest step of everything, is that first step, right? Yeah. But what's a lot harder is when time expires in life and you look back on your life knowing you could have been great. That's something you can't control anymore because time's run out.
You finally made it to the big leagues, and now you want to chill? Now you got the big head, now you can't grind? You here now. You here now. You finally made it. And this is where you break up? This is where you start chilling? This is where you get comfortable? You made it now. You made it now. You in the big leagues now. They watching you now. This is where you make it permanent. Yeah, I saw it. Perfect. No, practice don't make perfect. Practice make permanence. It does not take talent. You don't have to be talented. You just gotta grind though. Your grind. You gotta out-grind. So many of you heard me say this. Your father, listen to me, might own a company. Your mama might be a millionaire. You might come from privilege. Your daddy might hook you up with a car. He might know people. He might be able to get you a job. But you will not outwork me. And what you have to decide in your position in the NCAA, you have to make a decision that nobody in this league in your position position will outwork you. Listen to me. You better grow up and get to the point as a man that if you ever get beat, you better get beat by somebody that's just purely more talented than you are. You better not ever get beat by somebody because you beat yourself. What do you do when 1,000 other people want exactly what you want? What do you do when you're not the only one that wants to make $1 million in your company? You're not the only one that wants to be the president. You're not the only one that wants to be the CEO. What if you're not the only one that wants what you want? What if there are thousands of other people who want what you want? You have to outwork them.
You have to give it everything you got. No more TV, no more parties, no more playing. If you don't have a 4.0, what you need to be doing is studying. Get off the phone. Sorry, I'm not available until the end of this year. No, I'm for real. You reached the right number, but you called me at the wrong time. Call me back January 1st. I'm about to get busy now.
Get back to work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the mental lab.
I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life.
95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all. Most people, they get a job, they look around, they see how everybody else is doing their work, and they start doing it the same way. They should stop and think, I wonder if any of these people know what they're doing.
The balance of the population have either very vague goals or no goals at all.
A man's environment is a merciless mirror of him as a human being.
If we used our body like we used our mind, we'd probably just move our little finger.
The slavery is not physical anymore, it's mental. The mind is but a magnet to what you want.
Who am I? Well, that's an interesting question. And I believe if a person will start to study that and look for the answer, they'll find it.
We become what we think about most of the time. And that's the strangest secret.
Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. Whenever you think you can't, the confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence.
Why be normal when you can be the best? I don't want to be normal. I want to make the difference. So everything I do, I want to make the difference. Because when I make the difference, I'm the best.
But if you don't have a little flame, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly. That's why they always ask the question, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. And that's the reality. You have to be your best self when you're least motivated. And that's the tricky part about all that shit. Motivation is just a word. You have to have these different things in your mind on where you want to go and know that motivation is not going to get you there. No fucking passion. There's no fucking motivation. There's no, oh my God, man, no. It's every day of your life just doing. No passion. No discipline, no motivation. All these words, I hate that so many people fucking use these words because it's water. It's someone sitting in a room by themselves and they figure themselves out and say, God, this is gonna fucking suck.
What can we learn from it? You need to stand up and get to work. Doesn't matter if you're motivated. Take action.
You have to suffer.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable.
People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind. Great joy in the suffering. It makes you grow up.
Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
Nobody's coming to save you, big dog. Don't you get that? Your whole life has led to this point because of you. Your shitty decisions, your fucked up habits, your poor choices have caused you to end up at this point. The only person, big dog, that's gonna get you out of this spot is you. No more fucking excuses. No more coming up with reasons why you can't. Get focused, get ferocious. It's time to level up. Let's go.
This next generation is just such a fucking group of pussies, man. I just, for the small group of savages out there, run these fucking kids right over, man. Run them all over.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks.
There's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over.
I'm there. Okay, I failed. But I was right there. What did I miss?
The biggest mistake a person can do right now, no matter in which situation you are, is to give up.
What the fuck did I miss? That's what I fucking missed. And then it happens.
You might not reach the best version of yourself in this lifetime, but a better one than you are right now.
I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
The main point is to find something that you are not standing still where you are right now.
Just do. You're living. How do you want to live? How do you want to die? How do you want to fucking be remembered? That's it. That's it.
You've made no progress.
Get back to fucking work.
None. You never moved. You might even be further from your goal than you were.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
I want to see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem.
And everybody tells you you have to find balance. You have to find balance. You have to find balance. The easiest way to describe it, there is no balance.
Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived.
Stop all your bullshit excuses. You should be tired from the lies you tell yourself. You say things like, I'll start tomorrow. It's not my fault. It's not fair. I'm too damn tired, or my personal favorite, I don't have enough time. Let's have a real talk. You know what kind of people do and say these things? Losers. They have a loser mentality through and through, and until they recognize that the problem is they'll never improve and get what they truly want until they develop an unbeatable mentality. It means being focused on yourself and not other people. It means having desire. It means wanting it and willingness to work for it. You simply have to give it everything you have to get it. You have so much to give, so stop making excuses. You are the only one who can get your life right.
Do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack. Every day I wake up, I'm a fucking piece of shit today. How the hell is this gonna work out for me? And you fight that. I don't just run a mile, 2 miles. It's the one thing I hate the most to do, and I do it like I love it. 250, 60, 70, 300-mile runs at one time. No sleep. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. The problem is you. And you don't want to fix it. You don't want it. And that's the harsh reality. And it makes me so fucking mad. Every day I walk this earth and I see average all over the fucking place. So many people are doing exactly that. The supplements, the this, the that. And I agree, it helps. But once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable to almost anything. Yeah, you can't beat death, you can't whatever. Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements, the right internal dialogue at the right time, with the right hit, with the right proof of what you've done in the past, and you send that right to the right circuit, dude, you're a fucking beast. A beast. But once again, you just can't read about it. You can't sit back and be a theorist. You have to be a fucking practitioner. And in that practice is where that becomes proof positive. What I'm saying is like, God, like David Goggins, he's blowing my mind. What is this? He's not crazy. And so many people, a lot of people, have listened to me in the right way, and they come back and they're like, I'm totally on board. It happened. It happened. I'm like, it'll keep going, man, if you keep doing it. But that is it, man. There's no sun, there's no glory, there's no carrot, there's no victory. But there is all of it in one. I just can't explain it real well to people, man. But what you get at the other end is something that you're always found. You're never lost anymore. Doesn't mean the journey's easy. Doesn't get any easier, but you're always found. For you to constantly win. When this voice over here, the real you, is saying, get the fuck out of here. Go. You're nobody. You've always been nobody. And it's true. People don't hear that. That's a true voice. That's the real reality of David Goggins at 24 years old. It's not a false reality. And then you had to create another voice over here that is saying you're better than that other voice. And you're in the freezing cold water that both voices don't want to fucking be in. But you win. And it goes from the water to the studying, to the running, to the losing weight, to how you eat, to how you function as a man. Every day of your life, you're winning these battles. This has to be in you. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. Sometimes you can read a David Goggins book because I was all this shit and then a lot more of fucked up. But if you don't have a little flame, just barely, you're done. I can't light it for you. But when you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. And I don't mean run. It's just a metaphor for life. When you lace them motherfuckers up every day, pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you'll fucking win. If you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset about everybody can go fuck themselves. If someone calls you fucking fat, they may be bullying you, but you might be fucking fat. Someone calls you dumb, it's mean, but you might be fucking dumb. Tell yourself the truth. I call myself fat because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real and raw with who the fuck you are, nothing's going to change. You might be fat. And it's okay to hear that from yourself and from everybody else. So that's where it started at. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're a fat piece of shit. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. Get back to fucking work. It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab. Because that's where the knowledge came from. I'm driven. I'm obsessed. And that's what you see. That's it. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us. Because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
It's on you.
What do you want to be in life?
You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Come on, you bitch! You scared coward! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Get your fucking shit on, man.
Go get some. Fortify your mind. Say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Seize this very minute what you can do, or even dream you can do, and begin it.
Hey, dog, look, we got 4 months left until the new year, bro. I know you probably feel like you ain't, do everything you're supposed to do, but I'm telling you right now, if you lock in today, if you start today, 4 months is just enough time for you to get your life together, bro. You're not too late. You on time. And I'm letting you know right now, if you just get focused, you grind, you cut out all the distractions, bro, you just lock in on your goal, I'm telling you gonna get it, bro. Hey, dog, look, you don't know how you gonna win? You treat every day like a Monday and every month like a January. The person who grinds the hardest always gets it. Hard work beats talent every time. Remember that.
Don't half-ass it. Don't half-ass it. Boy, that never goes out of style, does it? I mean, think about it. If you're gonna do something, if you give it your all and you don't half-ass it, win, lose, draw, get what you want, don't get what you want, whatever the outcome is, if you don't half-ass it, at least you're not gonna have to wonder, what if I did give it my all?
Right, that is the last thing I want to have to think in the future. Oh man, I wish I could have blank.
Or if you can't run, give a fuck. It was never about running. Why do you think I run? It's the worst thing. I hate doing it more than anything. But don't be mad. When you're laying there in your fucking bed and you're in the fucking hospital and you're 70, 80, 90 years old and you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something. Because you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit. You may have lived a great life, man, but you're always gonna feel empty inside. I don't feel empty. So call me what you want. There's not one empty bone in my fucking body.
Don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear.
I believe that God knows everything about you. From the time you're born, when you're gonna be born, when you're gonna die, when you're gonna graduate, buzz, whatever's gonna happen to you, he knows all this shit. Some people never do what God knows you're capable of doing because we have choices. My biggest fear in life was to get to heaven and God look at me as I'm being judged. And I was some fat 300-pound guy like I used to be that still sprayed for cockroaches. That's okay. It's what you want to do. I didn't want to do that. And I made $1,000, a month. And I got to heaven and God laid out this chart in front of me. And he said, hey man, look at this chart. And it had my name on top of it, all this amazing shit. And I'm like, that's not me, man. He goes, that's who you were supposed to be. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot. Are you happy? What's wrong with you? I'm driven. I'm obsessed. And that's what you see.
You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created.
Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it.
Obsession's gonna be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed?
What if you did it? What if you actually did it? How do you think you'd feel? I mean, just for a minute, think about what your life would look like if you hit every goal that you have. If you actually went out and did everything you said you were going to do. what would your life look like?
No, bro. No, like, I sat there and really believed in you, bro. I really believed you. You told me you was gonna prove them wrong. You told me you was gonna be the hardest worker in the room, but look at you, ain't even doing shit about it, man. Days go by, nothing's happening. You're gonna disappoint me and all the people that believe in you, all because you don't wanna get your shit together. I don't even feel sorry for you no more. Be safe. You know what's crazy? You know you could be the one if you really wanted to, right? You know that, right? But see, you keep playing the what if game. What if it don't work out this? What if it don't work out that? Nigga, what if it do? What if it do work out? Then what? You gonna be happy, right? You can't say you wanna win, but then you scared to lose. What kind of sense does that make? If you put your head down and lock in on the vision, how could you not win? Only thing that's gonna cause you to lose is your mentality. But that's between you and you, though. The summer's almost over, and you have not worked on anything you said you was gonna work on. Like what happened to all that energy you said you was gonna have towards this summer? This summer's personal. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You're not gonna do nothing. You're capped. And I just hope that you can live with it. But you gotta be locked into you, man, locked into your own journey. Know that your time gonna come. Know that you gotta keep chopping wood, going brick by brick, one step every single day, and then you're gonna be on top. I know it's hard sometimes when you climb and you're looking at people at the top already where you wanna be, but you keep pedaling, you're gonna get there too. For sure. Just know your time coming.
And every day, the same answer came back to me. Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? So why do you care about what people are thinking when they're not trying to go where the fuck you're trying to go? I had to stop giving a fuck about people. That was the biggest thing. It was you. So you better figure out who the fuck you are on this journey. And those few people many people don't like you, so be it. But you first have to figure out you, because a lot of people die with a lot of untapped potential because they're trying to be somebody that they're not. Yeah. So I was able to figure out my own potential by figuring out me. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything.
Unchosen suffering is going to happen, right? So the only thing that you can do is have some chosen suffering to prepare for it.
It's the only thing you can do.